Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we'll be going over the event mission that is currently ongoing to earn the French battleship Toulouse. This ship is actually worth the effort. There's not many event ships that I can say are really worth the time and effort to actually grind them and earn them if you are not just going to buy the point packs, but this is one of those few ships. She's a very, very fun ship. She's pretty much just as Alsace with a little bit less armament and health and, stuff like that. But at tier 8, she is extremely, extremely powerful, especially with 4 main reload gun boosters and 4 heals. Even Richelieu doesn't get that. She gets 3 and 3. So not only do you get more guns, but you also have a lot better ways of dealing damage. And armor is not terrible either. But we'll do our own video on her pretty soon. Now we're going to actually be going over the mission that you earn said ship in. And I'm actually going to be using another French battleship. I'm going to go and use my Joan of Arc, mainly because she is an amazing ship, and her rate of fire and reload booster is actually really good for this event mission. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to use this one. You can use all of this as well. I actually beat this mission with Dunkirk. I gave myself a big challenge. I barely beat it. I had like less than 2,000 health left, but I was able to do it with Dunkirk, which can't tank 16-inch shells, which is something that we will see in today's event mission. So let's see what we have. It will take all 150 of your oil here, so you can only do it technically once a day. I don't know why they have angles in the background. That's not the ship that we're grinding for. But yeah, here we go, 150 oil. And we're just going to get in our own room. I can beat this solo at this point. It's not that hard. And let's show you what we have. So on our side, we have a Lion, we have a Space Yamato, a Wisconsin, which is an Iowa sister ship. We have an Alsace, a Frede de Gros, and a Monarch. We're going up against H-45, Toulouse, Veneto, Ashitaka, which is Namagi, Indiana, which is in Massachusetts, Markgraf, which is at Tirpitz, Holzendorf, which is the Space Bismarck. We have a Charleston, which is the newest free XP ship, which is the Worcester with 4 triple Baltimore turrets. We have a Seattle, which is an Oregon City sister ship, an Albemarle, and a Selfridge, which is a Porter class. Now, don't be afraid of the H-45. This is actually one of the weakest ships in this event. It only has 375,000 HP, and it turns broadside, like right over here, the very beginning of the game. So if you have something that, I don't know, has a reload booster or a really fast shell velocity, you can easily just slam a bunch of Citadel hits into her, and she goes down pretty easily. One thing you do have to remember about her is that, yes, she does have the 800mm guns, but they're fairly inaccurate and really, really slow. But her main damage dealer is her secondaries. Try not to get within 14 kilometers of the H-45. You will regret it, because you will be set on fire pretty much with every single shot that hits you. Now, the main thing that you do have to worry about are the battleships. So, Veneto, Holzendorf, all the way down to Ashitaka. As soon as you finish up with the H-45, which you can see here, you just kind of have to mop those up and try not to get damaged yourself. Or at least not sunk, I should say. The cruisers, you can one-shot those pretty easily if you're using a battleship. And the destroyer, yes, it's there, but it usually just runs aground on an island and is out of the game for the most part. So we're going to reload booster the H-45 here real quick. There's a little bit too much lead. Still 38,000 damage though. Alright, I do have health buffs and speed buffs applied. I do actually have you see there, 87,000 damage. My reload is actually really, really nice. That's why I love French battleships, because your main guns just reload so fast, and you also have 12 of them, or at least on Joan of Arc you do. So I enjoy just slapping battleships left and right. We're going to get a little bit of damage here and there. I'm not too worried about H-45 right now. And actually, I'm going to start working on the battleships over here, specifically the Tirpitz. As far as I can see, the ships follow the same pattern every single time. So if you find a strategy that works for you, like I have, just do what you keep doing, because 9 times out of 10, that will work just fine. Let's see if the Seattle survives this shot. She does, so we are going to try and take her out ourselves. The destroyer usually does come on this side. Did they just lose the Albemarle? No, they lost the Charleston. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the destroyer is on this side, but it usually, like I said, runs against or aground on an island, so we don't usually actually see that much of it. I'm gonna let my team finish off the Seattle there. It's low enough health that it'd honestly be a waste to shoot at it right now, and it's not like it can really do much against me. So we're gonna work on the Tirpitz a little bit more. Another 16,000. They do turn away starting, well, at this corner here. So there's not much I can really do against that kind of angle. Secondaries are going to open up on the Seattle. Maybe I'll still get her with secondaries. That'd be interesting. I do know. Let's bring our plane in. Yep, there's the Indiana right there, the Massachusetts. Gonna wait to use our reload booster on her. Oh, we still got the Seattle with our secondaries. That's nice. Alright, so there's one salvo. Let's get ready for the next salvo. Massachusetts is pretty tanky, but as you can see, she takes a ton of damage. That was 30,000 damage in one shot, and here's the next one. 22,000, and she's almost gone. And so we just have to mop up these battleships and then push back in. You do have to be careful, at least with Joan of Arc. She does have the same kind of armor as Alzus, which means you can be citadeled if shot correctly. But you can just bow tank and still use 8 of your guns, so you're not really losing much of your firepower. Oh, that Tirpitz might get us. I'm trying to keep just enough of an angle to keep using my rear turret, but we're actually going to switch that out now and just kind of nose in at this point. Destroyed a secondary gun, nothing too spectacular. Markgraf is kind of getting away, but I'm not too worried about it right now. We're going to finish off the Massachusetts because those guns are 16-inch and they hurt a lot, and we get a citadel through the stern and we finish her off. Alright, now we can work on Markgraf a little bit. Let's see, where are we to the island? I think we can get our rear turret in. We should be able to finish her up here in the next couple salvos. We're getting a little bit of secondary damage on her as well. And that 27,000 damage. This ship is amazing. I love this ship so much. Alright, so we're just going to finish her up here real quick. She's going to focus on another ship, so that's good and fine with me. We even got a fire on her. There is the destroyer. So we are actually going to delete it out of existence with our HE. I'm being careful of torpedoes here, or at least best to my ability, changing my course. And we're just going to delete it. There goes the Tirpitz. There goes the destroyer. We're going to pop a heal. Let's focus secondaries on... Oh, I can't focus them on the Albemarle because I'm not in range. I should be in range. 7.2. There we go. Alright, so secondary should take care of that cruiser. I'm going to finish off the Holzendorf. I do have high explosive loaded. That's okay. There goes one. Secondaries, can you finish off the cruiser, please? Thank you. And let's see what we have left. Alright, so we have the H-45 still kicking. Can send a few shells her way. Toulouse is getting frisky over there, so we're going to just angle ourselves a little bit to dodge. There we go, we got a citadel. She's actually pushing Toulouse, that's funny. Alright, might as well use our last reload booster. Ooh. I thought I could use my rear turret still. Oh well. So that's a little bit of a waste, but it's fine. We're still going to get a ton of damage. 5 more citadels, 65,000 more damage. That might not be enough lead, but we'll still get some damage here. Secondaries are working over the Ashitaka there. Not that I really expect them to do much, though. And we're going to finish up this H-45 here. There we go. Let's see, what kind of angle do you have? Nothing I can actually shoot, but you can shoot me pretty easily. So we're going to angle a bit more. There goes H-45. Fire. Yep, we got just a little too close to H45, and her last few secondary shots were able to set us afire a couple times. Let's shoot the Veneto here. Can't really do much against any of these targets right now, but they are the last 3 ships alive. Alright, so Toulouse is going to give us a nice shot here in a moment. Or at least a better shot, I should say. It's not perfect. No, yeah, we missed that. Oh well. What are you doing? You're starting to move forward again. Are you going to turn for me? I know you want to. Alright, so let's angle in towards the Toulouse and Veneto for right now. We are exposing ourselves to the Ashitaka, but we should be able to take her out relatively quickly, hopefully. So I shouldn't have to worry about that. 15k. What are you guys doing? You're ignoring me. Cool. Okay, so we're going to try and get some citadels to finish off this Ashitaka. Though she is angling in back to us, that's not the best thing. Can we get some citadels? Yes, we can. There we go. And now we have a bunch of broadsides, especially for this Veneto. It'd be very nice. Veneto is a very strong ship. It's very hard to citadel her. However, she does take massive amounts of chunk damage because she has such a high freeboard. And there's another 22.5k. We have 7 ships sunk, by the way. And now we just have to finish mopping everything up. That key is going to go down right now. But we still have plenty of ships to go around. But we are going to be the main focus because we are the only ones that these 2 ships can see. So we're going to finish up Veneto before she can swing her turrets around here. Though she is healing. Let's finish her off there. And what's Toulouse doing? She's giving us that side. There goes Veneto. And we almost have a really, really good shot on Toulouse here. I have thought about changing her name, but I've used her so much at this point that I think I'm just going to keep it. And there's another 29k. You can just absolutely slap everything you come across with these French battleships. Like I said, you can use Alsace as well. The only difference Alsace has is that she only can equip a speed boost and not a reload booster. But you don't necessarily need a reload booster to be effective like this. Another 13k. And we should be able to finish her off in the next volley. With possibly a citadel or 2. Because I have been able to citadel her pretty easily at closer ranges. Yep, citadel. 1200 damage or so left. Let's see, can we get a secondary kill on this? That'd be interesting. And there we go, secondary kill. Awesome. So let's see how we did today. There's the mission. As you can see, it's not terrible. You can pretty much do it with any battleship. I don't know about carriers because I don't know the AA defenses of H45, but it's still definitely possible, I would say. Destroyer, it's not impossible either, and even a cruiser. It's a pretty easy mission, honestly. I just prefer French battleships because it clears it really, really quickly. And with that, we did a 725,000 damage, 9 ships sunk, 282 shell hits, 4 aircraft shot down, 25 citadels, 6 fires, 4 modules destroyed, and 65 secondary hits. 660,000 credits, 27,000 base XP, over 2,000 free XP, and 3,600 points. Main guns, HE did 18,000. We only had a couple. Yeah, we did that on the destroyer, I think. Or maybe a couple other shells as well. Armor piercing did 687,000. Fires did less than 4,000, but secondary battery did over 15,500. So they actually did a pretty decent amount. We did take a little damage, not that much, however. And as you can see here, the damage it's just amazing what you can do, honestly. We did 326,000 damage to that H45. She only had 375 plus heals. So we did the majority of the damage there. And that Indiana took up 82,000. The Tirpitz took 84, almost 85,000. So you can easily rank up big damage numbers with all of these ships. So like I said, I prefer my French battleships because of rate of fire and number of guns. But since there's no carriers, you're not really limited in what you could do. You could use German battleships. You could even use Ekaterina and Rostislav. You will be shot at, so try and choose something that can at least take a little bit of damage and not just fold at the first shot you get shot at with. Even Kremlin and stuff like that will be very amazing. There's not really any ships I would say are going to be bad. I don't really like British battle cruisers, but I have seen other people be good with them. So who knows? Maybe you'll just burn everything instead of getting citadels. The options are limitless. With that, I will wrap up today's video. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe for further content. And next time, we're going to go over the ship that you actually earn from this mission, Toulouse. So join me next time while I go over that French battleship. Thank you and take care.